Hello and welcome back to my channel, Lady T. My name is Nathalie and we are going to continue with Professor Layton and the Curious Village. This episode is going to be a slightly smaller one, but a story so far. Luke and Layton meet a mysterious young girl at the dead end on the north side of the village. She starts to tell them something, but a sinister figure lurking in the shadows scares her off. Afterwards, a puzzled Layton and Luke find a ticket for a Ferris wheel and head towards it. We need to find someone to open it. Oh yeah, that's what we were going to do. I think I know... Yeah, I was just going to say we need to go to the village hall. Hi. What's that you say? The gate to the park is locked shut? No, that's impossible. We've employed a caretaker who should have everything up and running. Be that as it may, the gate is locked shut and we can't gain entrance to the place. Would you please open it for us? That sort of thing is the job for the park caretaker. I strongly advise you to go and find him. Well, where do you think we might find this caretaker? Now that's a good question, isn't it? Managing the park is the caretaker's duty. But who knows who manages the caretaker? You, supposedly. I can't say, it's not one of my duties. What bureaucracy? He manages the village sewer systems as well. Now, unless you have some form you need to fill in, I strongly advise you to get out. Rude? Of course she's rude. Agreed. The sewers, unpleasant as it might be, it is one place we haven't searched yet. Perhaps we will find a clue to a mystery down there. I've only seen one manhole in the village. Alright, the one on the path to the park. Well, it's a dirty job, but someone has to do it. Off we go. And you're saying you're not a detective. I strongly disagree. Well, if there was one place I didn't think we would be, then it's definitely this place. Okay. The puzzle solving charm. Hello, oh, we don't have to solve a puzzle? Excuse me, are you by any chance the park caretaker? No. I'm an explorer of El Mundo. Right now I'm trying to familiarize myself with the local culture. Oh, well, please pardon my mistake then. Have a pleasant day, sir. Oh, wait for one momento, s'il vous plaît. I just saw a man in work clothes pass here. Could he be the caretaker you seek? He could be. Which way did he go? Probably to the right. Barrow, maybe it was the left. I see. Are you feeling alright? You seem a bit directionally challenged for an explorer. I just arrived here after years of world travel. Je ne sais pas de local geography here, that's all. I see. In that case, please forgive me for making another assumption. Now please excuse us, as we need to get going. Wait, which way to the villaggio? Donde está the train station? Well, apparently we don't want to help anymore. Oh. Oh, look, Professor, I found a hidden puzzle. Good. Oh no. I was going to say good, but this is not good.
I think I've got it! Layton's apprentice saves the day!
Good. Excellent. In addition to having a bothersome yellow block in the way, those purple and blue blocks proved to be quite a pain, didn't they? It may have been frustrating to solve, but don't you feel good now? What a relief. I'm happy that's over. No problem, now let's go find more puzzles. Okay. Another puzzle solving charm. Starsenskaven, what are you doing down here? Oh, giving me another puzzle, great. Well, don't you look surprised. I bet you didn't expect to see me in a place like this, eh? The river that encircles most of St. Mystere is right past this pipe. But don't you be getting any ideas. You can't cross it. Give up on those ridiculous notions of returning to the rest of the world and settle down here. I suppose it's a tough transition to make. Gahaha. Here's a puzzle to help get you situated. I mean, there's the stairs to go back up, but... In preparation for your big move, you've packed your belongings into 20 boxes and arranged them as shown below. With everything packed, you are now ready to label each box with its contents. In order to do so, you'll need to move a few boxes around. How many of the boxes can't be labeled without rearranging the stacks? Can't be labeled without. At least 3. But probably all of them, because you need to see what's in them. And I'm going to say 3 because there are 3 hidden inside the stack. And if we need to look at differently, it will tell us. Good, good, good. Quite right. Moving down from the top level, you have 1, 4, 6 and 9 boxes. The only boxes you can't access without rearranging things are the 3 indicated in the above picture. And the one hidden from view. Gahaha, well done. I like the way you get all fired up over puzzles. You're my kind of man. So hurry up and get settled. St. Mystere is happy to have you. Depends on who you ask. The person at the town hall doesn't seem so excited. Okay, this is definitely not where we have to be. Oh, this is the town entrance again. I certainly didn't foresee sewers leading to a place like this. Look, there's the Layton mobile. A train with a length of 100 meters takes 30 seconds to travel over a 400-meter bridge. Assuming that the train's speed is constant, how many kilometers per hour is it traveling at? I'm not good at stuff like this.
Well, here's my guess. I did it!
That's right. Yeah, I'm not good with that. Sterling work, Luke. To Layton. That makes the most sense. Good, good, good. More in the water. More over there. And then I think we go back. There's no other way to go. Take the right fork this time. We've already seen the rest. Oh, hello. You look like a caretaker. Hello there. Now what can I do for you fellows? You're the park caretaker, are you not? Would you mind opening up the gate to the park for us? You want to go to the park? Well, you lads are certainly curious. Well, I'd like to open it up for you, but I've got to finish this repair job here before I do anything. Is there anything we can do to help then? Funny you should mention that. If I could just work out the area on this map, I'd be done in a jiffy. You any good for things like that? I suppose I am now. Squares and circles. Sylvan brought you this diagram to see if you can help him with it. Several circles and squares are pictured in the diagram below. How many times larger is the area of the blue square when compared to that of the red square? How many times? 4 times?
That should do it. Another puzzle solved.
That's right. If you rotate the middle square 45 degrees, it's fantastic. Fine work to both of you. Soon as I take care of this little puzzle, I'll open that gate for you. Thank you. There, that should take care of this mess. Now let's open up the park, eh? Another painting scrap. Just hold on 1 second here. A birdie. There we are. The park is yours to explore now. Professor, we're in. Thank you. You've been a great help, sir. Haha, I hardly need thanking, sir. After all, this is my job. Way back then, when I used to keep it open every day, but these villagers, they don't care at all for me park. I'm glad you fellows stopped by. It's the first time in a while I've had to do my job. Oh, you're welcome. And we got another oh, and we got this, of course. Always wanting to do better. Only 3 pieces left? And we're going in exploring. This park is really kind of sad, isn't it? It's all rusty and abandoned. It's just as Sylvan said. It seems that no one set foot in this park for a dreadfully long time. Now, on to business. Let's give the grounds around the Ferris wheel a thorough once-over. I expect we'll find something of interest there. Me too. And another one of these. Another one of those. Another one of these. A map of the park, it's yellowed with age. This is the same thing as from the ticket, right? Oh my. What is it, Professor? That looks like flora. Look at this poster. The picture appears to be the same as the one on the ticket we picked up. It looks like it's been posted here for ages. It's so faded you can't even read the letters. Oh. Hey, isn't that... Yes, I thought so. That's little Flora there in the middle of the picture, isn't it? She looks exactly as she does in the portrait we saw of her in Reynold Manor. It would seem that Baron Reynold built this amusement park solely for his daughter's enjoyment. Strange, I wonder why it wasn't more popular with the village folk once it was open to the public. Well, I don't suppose speculation will help us very much. Let's keep moving. Right you are, Professor. Let's do that indeed. Let's first go up. This place is so run down, it looks like it hasn't been touched in years. What a shame. I bet it used to be a fun place. There's even a big top, the kind you see at the circus. Yes, there is something quite sad about it, isn't there? How strange. This was clearly a travelling carnival, so why was it left to Roger and Saint-Mystère? I bet the Ferris wheel is a mess too. I suppose I won't get to use that ride ticket we picked up. Well, we have better things to do than ride that thing, don't we? Somewhere in this park hides a clue to finding the golden apple. I'm sure of it. Of course you are sure of it. I think you've already got it all figured out. That's one of the good things about these games. I was always baffled at the end. Look, Professor, there's a hidden puzzle here. Oh, what a surprise. The odd box out. Of the 4 boxes below, 3 are the exact same box viewed from different angles. The 4th box has a slightly different design. Can you spot the odd one out? You would assume so, right? Like, B is not immediately excluded, because you can see, maybe you see the sun from another side. Same with the rest, basically. Okay, but let's look. If we assume that B is correct, right? Then the red one is supposed to be down there. But then I don't think it fits with D. No, it can fit. No, it can't fit with D. Okay, so it's either B or D is false. But C can work with B. Yeah, it's D is the odd one out then.
Well, here's my guess. Professor, I've solved it!
Good thinking. If you break down boxes A, B and C, you can see that they all share the same arrangement of decorations. However, when you break down box D, you can see that its faces are... yes. Phew, that puzzle really put up a fight. This must be the Ferris wheel we were looking for. Look, why don't you look around and see if anything seems odd about it? Will do, Professor. Did you find anything out of the ordinary, Luke? No, not a thing. Maybe there's no secret hidden in this Ferris wheel after all. That remains to be seen. Let's look around a bit more, shall we? We shall. Thank you. Though I can't put my finger on it, there's something quite odd about this Ferris wheel. It makes me wonder if you might have overlooked something important around the park. That reminds me. Look, have you heard the wonderful puzzle about the Ferris wheel? I'm sure I'm going to hear it now. There are 10 two-seater cars attached to the Ferris wheel. The Ferris wheel turns so that one car rotates through the exit platform every minute. The wheel began operation at 10 AM and shut down 30 minutes later. What's the maximum number of people that could have taken a ride on the wheel in that time period? So after calculating, I think it's going to be 42.
How does this sound? I did it!
That's right, for the first 9 minutes the Ferris wheel is moving. The cars arriving at the unloading zone are occupied. For the last 9 minutes of operation, needless to say, no one will be allowed to board the cars. From the time the Ferris wheel wheels up at 10 minutes past the hour until the last passenger steps up at 10:30, a total of 21 sets of passengers will have taken a ride on the Ferris wheel. Excellent job, my boy. We should take another quick look around the area to make sure we haven't missed an important clue. Another piece of the painting. Great, great, great. Oh, maybe a boating area. Look, Professor, there's a strange little shed here. Interesting. It seems the shed pumps water to the sewer pipes. I feel this warrants a closer look. Same here. It doesn't appear that the door will open. Let's move on and explore the rest of the park, Luke. At least let's look at the path here a little bit more. And the last hint coin. We haven't been... Oh, hi! Look at this, Professor. It was lying on the ground. It appears to be a scrap of notepaper. Would you read it aloud for me? No problem, Professor. Alright, let's see. The older she gets, the more young Miss is catching on to this village's secret. She seems lonely, which is probably why the boss asked me to build an amusement park for her. Yep, it certainly looks like I've got my work cut out for me. The young Miss mentioned here must be Flora. The whole park was built just for her. But I don't understand this other line. What's all this business about a secret in the village? I just wasn't ready to handle the boss's death. Poor young Miss. She's all alone in the world now. But no matter what happens, I have to keep going and take care of her in the boss's place. The page ends there. Baron Reinhold sounds like he truly loved his daughter more than anything. Fate can be so cruel. And he knows all about it. There we go. Puzzle time! Oh, you lads again, eh? How do you like me park? Lovely, isn't it? The sun's shining bright today and I'm in fine spirits. Why not celebrate this weather with a puzzle? Let me tell you one of my favorites. Can you help me with the shed? A 2.5 meter deep water tank has water poured into it for 8 hours, starting at 9 am. The water level rises by 60 centimeters in this time. However, it seems that water is leaking out again at night, because the next morning the water level has dropped by 20 centimeters. If the water level continues to rise 40 centimeters a day in this way, on what day will the tank first overflow? Well, it won't because it keeps leaking, right?
There we go. Critical thinking is the key to success.
That's right, the answer is the 6th day. It's easy to fall into the trap of thinking that because the water level rises by 40 centimeters each day, it will have risen to 2.4 by the 6th day and therefore overflowed on the 7th. However, on the 6th day the water level actually starts at 200 centimeters and rises... Well, that's fair, okay. I'm fine with it. You're quite a solver, aren't you? And yes, getting back to me park. It hasn't been properly maintained and parts are just rotting away. If something looks old and broken, do the smart thing, lads, and stay away from it. To Looky Boy. Look, Professor, there's a hidden puzzle here. We haven't heard that dialogue before. 9 squares are carved into a piece of wood. Arrange 9 unique numbers between 1 and 51 so that every vertical, horizontal and diagonal line of numbers crossing through the middle square has the same sum. Arrange the numbers so that they yield a... Holy frick, and you're only giving me 50 picarats for this.
How does this sound? Professor! I've solved it!
Good, good, good. Great job. Phew, I got it, but just barely. Well, if everything looks broken... So in the end, the ticket we picked up turned out to be meaningless? So it seems. I suppose my intuition failed us this time, Luke. Come, let's head back to the heart of St. Myster and search for our next lead. Okay. Cutscene? It's not going to be that easy, is it?
Hmm?
Oh no.
What on earth?
Professor!
That didn't happen on its own.
Get away, Luke! Run!
Convenient.
Professor! I think he's chasing after
I'm
us!
surprised
That's preposterous!
the seats are not even leaving. Oh sure, it's taking a turn. We didn't touch it, I swear. And it's taking another turn. Well, that took care of that. Pretty dramatic, but it helped. A rainbow.
Blast.
Oh, oh. Dude. You really don't want Layton here. Phew, phew, phew. Why with the Ferris wheel? Professor, look what happened to the shed. Well, convenient. The Ferris wheel must have simply destroyed it. If we'd made a wrong step back there, we'd be rubble too. Oh my. I think I found something here, Professor. What could that be? Now, what's an entrance to the sewers doing here? This could well be an underground passage to the tower. We've got to take a look below. Come. I'm right behind you, Professor. And I'm right there too. I know you know that I'm not there, but... I hope I don't trip. This place is pitch black. Brrr, and it's cold too. Watch your step, Luke. Look for anything suspicious or out of place. I will try to do my best. I'm first going to look for some hint coins, if you don't mind. This place really feels like it's falling apart. There we go. Look, there's a sort of stone tablet embedded in the wall. This is clearly some kind of puzzle. I'd wager the solution will tell us the direction in which to proceed. Or it was just broken. The path you are on forks to the left and right in front of the sign seen below. Your gut instinct tells you that this sign reveals the direction you need to go. Find an arrow within the picture like the yellow one on the side of the board. When you find it, draw a line around it as neatly as possible. Keep in mind that the arrow you are searching for may not be the same size as the one pictured below. I kind of feel like it's almost going to be like poof, poof, something like this. Or it's going to be even easier than that. Okay. I'm counting on you, little screen.
Luke, here's my answer. Oh, how embarrassing.
Okay. We have to be really neat with this, apparently.
There we go.
That was the exact same drawing I did before, but that's fine. Well done, now you can move forward. There's our answer. We will proceed down the left corridor. Understood, Professor? I think it's Layton. Did I guess that correctly? Now, what English gentleman could do without a teapot? If you liked it, okay. Hello? Good, 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 good. Oh no. Look, Professor, there's a strange device on the door here. It seems to be a puzzle of some sort. I imagine the door won't open until we solve it. It's almost like we're being tested, isn't it? Well, get a ball. Oh no.
That should do it. Every puzzle has an answer.
Fantastic, easier than it looks, isn't it? If you haven't done it yet, why not try to complete the puzzle in a minimum number of moves possible? If you tell me how many that is, that should do the trick. Ooh, we're really getting close because we almost have the painting completed. Okay, there's going to be a secret here because it's the last piece. Whoa, I certainly didn't expect to find a room down here. Let's give it a thorough once-over. Something isn't right about this place. I can feel it in my bones. I mean, it does look mysterious. Okay, it's not these places so far. Sorry? There are some tiny paintings there. Something's hidden behind here. Alright, let's move the picture out of the way then. Cutscene, cutscene, cutscene. No, of course not. What's this there? Oh. Is that the tower? It appears to be some sort of key. But what does it unlock? We won't know until we investigate further. But this shape certainly looks familiar. Professor, could this be? It looks just like the tower. I knew there was something odd about the dead end. Perhaps this key will shed some light on things. Look, we need to head back to that large wall on the north side of St. Master. I have a hunch that it's more than just a dead end. Chapter 7 is done. Look at how old this picture is. Hey Professor, do you want to try a really difficult puzzle? Of course he wants that. The good man does always does. Part of the pattern shape below is missing. Which of the pieces, A, B, C and D, will complete the pattern when inserted into the gap? I think it has to be at least... There has to be at least... So it's going to be C or B. So it has to be B, right?
There we go. Another puzzle solved.
If there's something my brain can do, is pick up on a pattern. It's really just a matter of finding the right matching pattern, but just staring at all those different pieces and trying to find one that fits is more complex than you would think. Oh, I didn't think it was that easy. It was easy. Good, good, good. So we're just now going to rush up. To the place we need to be at. Oh yeah, hi. This is all that is left. That's so sad. It was so beautiful. Do we already have that? The newest mystery. Deep underground on the edge of the village, the professor and Luke found an unusual key shaped like the tower. While the connection between the key and the tower seems certain, what the key unlocks remains a mystery. Let's investigate the dead end right away. Alright Luke, but first let's make a quick visit to the inn. There's something I need to check there. Why the inn, Professor? It seems that someone doesn't want us around, Luke. Someone is, in fact, after us. And the key to identifying this scoundrel is back at the inn. So you already have an idea about who's behind this? Haha, piqued your interest, have I? You have. The Shadowy Intruder, Chapter 8. Someone's been obstructing the investigation. Find the troublemaker and continue work on the case. Of course, we are going to save progress. Hahaha, it's you two lads again. You're a pair of old bulls coming all this way just to see me. But lucky for you, I've got myself a darling of a puzzle and a mind to share it with you. Always kind. Wash up. You need to wash your face, but all 13 water valves in the pipes are shut tight. You must open the valves to get the water flowing to your sink. Closed valves are marked A, open valves B. Touch the valve to open or close it. So here's your challenge. Direct the water all the way to the tap by opening as few valves as possible. Bam, 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 bam. Okay, open valves are B. I think we could do it like this.
Luke, here's my answer. Every puzzle has an answer.
Good job, now go and wash up. Haha, wonderful work. I was sure the puzzle would floor the both of you, but I guess the joke's on me. Oh well, you win some, you lose some. Exactly right. Hey Beatrice. Hello Professor, is something the matter? You look a little shaken. Beatrice, I have an urgent request. Could you show me the newspapers from the last couple of days? The papers? Certainly. Hang on for just a moment while I fetch them for you. There's not going to be any, is there? That's strange. I'm sure I put them down around here somewhere. Is there a problem? I'm sorry to disappoint you, but I can't seem to find them anywhere. Even today's morning paper seems to have gone missing. I see. Well, thank you just the same, Beatrice. This has been most helpful. Has it? Just what was in those papers anyway, Professor? Yoo-hoo, Professor Layton! Ramon, and to what do we owe this visit? Oh, he told me I needed to find you and bring you to Reynold Manor. The inspector, I mean. Ahoo-hoo! He and Lady Dahlia await your arrival at Reynold Manor. Thank you for the message. We will set out for the manor in just a few moments. What the frick is going on here? You know what? That's the last thing we're going to do in this episode. You found the key to the tower, haven't you? How do you know about the key? You mustn't interfere with the tower. Whatever you do, just stay away from there. Interfere? What do you mean by that, dear? Oh. Ahoo, if it isn't Professor Layton! Judging by your expression, it seems you haven't found a golden apple. You look terribly tense, Professor. Perhaps this small puzzle will help. Ahoo, loosen you up. It might. There we go again. Help Stars and Scarver move the wolf, sheep and cabbage from one side of the river to the other, while obeying the following rules. In addition to its captain, the raft can only support one animal or item at once. When Stars and Scarver isn't near, the wolf will eat the sheep and you'll have to start over. The sheep will eat the cabbage when Stars and Scarver isn't around. If you let the sheep have its way, you'll have to start over. You can shuttle... Okay, because then I would say... No, because then you're in trouble. And then that's... yeah. No. I was trying to catch the sheep. Thank you.
There we go. Critical thinking is the key to success.
Well done. The shortest solution for this problem requires 7... Oh, I did good then. That was masterful, but I expected nothing less from the great Professor Layton. Ahoo-hoo-hoo. Oh, we can finish it. Painting. There isn't a big reveal. This painting is truly brilliant. It simply must go on my wall. By the way, look, I have a present for you to mark this occasion. Return to the title screen, select bonuses, and you should have a new challenge from me. Now I know you're excited, but be sure to save before returning to the title screen. Latest challenges, the Art Lover's House has been added to your map. Thank you for that. Welcome back, Professor Layton. Please come in, everyone is waiting. Thank you, Matthew. Is something troubling you, my good man? You seem ill at ease. Oh no, I'm fine, sir. Please make your way to the parlour. Alright, if you're certain that nothing is the matter, we'll head upstairs. Something is definitely the matter. En route to the mansion, we ran into that short girl again. I meant to ask her many things, but she vanished moments after she appeared. She stayed just long enough to warn us to stay away from the tower. Arriving at the manor, I noticed something peculiar about Matthew's expression today. Why is the inspector called us here? Maybe he thinks that we did it. I'm getting in trouble here. Ah, Mr. Layton, thank you for arriving so promptly. Come, have a seat. Why have you called us here, Inspector Chelmey? Like you, I'm not the kind of man who beats around the bush, so I'll just come out with it. I'm on to you, Layton. It's clear as day. You are responsible for Simon's death. Are you suggesting I murdered Simon? Nonsense. Nah. Nice, Layton. I have to admire the way you keep cool under pressure. But of course, I would expect nothing less from a cold-blooded killer such as yourself. I don't suppose you've seen this before, eh? This face was on display in the room in which Simon was found dead. He gave that to us on the market, bastard. All the forensic evidence I've gathered suggests that the killer struck Simon with this face. Our killer was no professional, you see. He left his fingerprints all over the murder, but Layton wouldn't have done that. Fingerprints that match your own, Mr. Layton. When did you take them? Oh, that's the face from the market, isn't it? Look! You rotten murderer. If this face is evidence, why did you just break it like it was nothing? So go on and give me an alibi, Layton. Where were you when Simon was killed? Come on, out with it. I was with Luke, investigating matters down in the village. Is that the best you can muster? It's clear the little brat is an accomplice to your crime. Yeah, I usually drag children into that. Admit it, Layton. You two wanted to keep the golden apple so badly that you conspired to murder Simon. You can't fool me, Layton, so cough it up and start talking. While I'm at it, I'll take the key to the tower you picked up. Oh, how do you know that? It seems that you are intent on pinning this crime on me, Inspector. But if you are a true enforcer of the law, you'll acknowledge that I'm not the only reasonable suspect. Any member of this household could have committed the crime. In fact, you can't even rule out the possibility that everyone here had a hand in the murder. Furthermore, are we even sure that the murder took place here? What kind of nonsense are you spouting now? Do you really think anyone here is fooled by your crackpot theories? Inspector Chelmey, I'm beginning to think the only person here with something to hide is you. That's absurd. This has nothing in the slightest to do with me. It does if the music stops in this game.
No, Inspector, it has quite a bit to do with you.
Meaning?
Isn't it obvious?
There we go.
If there is any criminal element involved in this case, then it is you, sir. What? That's absurd.
Hey, calm down.
What? Utter rubbish! You'll need more than some death charge to save your hide.
There we go. I've heard you're quite a devoted husband, Inspector. I bet you take very good of your wife, Jane. Luke and I found this article in the paper. Luke, what was Inspector Chelmey's favorite food again? It was cake, right? Fresh cakes. This article specifically states you love cakes. And yet you raged at poor Matthew when he brought you cakes with tea. Why? And your point is, it just so happens that I have a fondness for Jane's cakes. Is that so? Thank you, Inspector. This little conversation had made things quite clear. Please take a look at this. I believe you just called them Jane's cakes, yes? I'd like everyone to look at this article. As you can all see, the article clearly states that Inspector Chelmey's wife is Emily, not Jane. Do you mean to tell me you've forgotten your own wife's name? Out with it then. Who are you, and why have you been impersonating Inspector Chelmey? And why have you been running this investigation? But your sudden memory loss regarding your wife's name isn't the only suspicious thing about you. Try to recall the time around Simon's death. You said you received a report that prompted you to come to St. Mystère, but you forgot one thing. After Luke and I arrived, the drawbridge that is St. Mystére's sole entrance had its crank stolen. This effectively sealed the village. From that point on, no one could enter or leave the village. And do you recall just when this seclusion began? During the search for Claudia already. Correct. The only route out of the village had been closed well before Simon's death was discovered. After that event, there was no way that anyone could enter the village from the outside. By the same token, there was no way to take things out of the village, particularly something as large as a corpse. So tell me, Inspector Chelmey, when did you actually first set foot in St. Mystère? And furthermore, what did you do with Simon's remains? While we're on the subject, I have one more nagging question that I haven't been able to work out. How is it that you knew about the key to the tower we discovered? When we happened upon that key, there wasn't a soul in the area, apart from Luke and myself. Furthermore, I have spoken of what we found there to no one. There's no conceivable way you could have known about this key. Unless, of course, you were spying on us from the shadows when we found it. Now, let me see if I've got this correct. You posed as the inspector and used Simon's death as an excuse to enter Reinhold Manor. Since then, you've been waiting for the ideal time to strike and steal the golden apple from us. How am I doing so far? What's so funny? This is no laughing matter. I'm just astounded at how despicable I find you, Layton. But that's exactly why you're worthy of being my arch enemy. There we go. I've always despised you, Layton. Don Paolo. I thought I'd be able to crush you once and for all here in St. Mystère, but that will have to wait, since you saw through my disguise. You haven't caught on yet, but St. Mystère hides a secret of epic proportions. When I imagine a dimwit like you trying to unravel the mystery, I just have to smile. My business here for the day has come to an end, so I'll be off now. But listen closely, Layton. Never forget how close you came to being bested. One day, I, the great Don Paolo, will rain my vengeance down upon you. And on that fearful day, you will beg for an umbrella and a raincoat. Perhaps even some galoshes. Gosh. The dude broke a window. Gotta love him. I guess he's gone. Do you know who that man was? Don Paolo is his name. I've heard stories of him. His grasp of the hard sciences is rumored to be unrivaled. The problem, as you might guess, is his personality. Though he is a genius, the man is evil. The science board has banished him from working officially in his field ever again. Sneaking into St. Mystère to steal the Reinhold fortune sounds like the kind of scheme he would hatch. He seems to hold quite a grudge against you, Professor. What did you do to cross him? I haven't the slightest idea, Luke. Well, that aside, what was all that talk of a secret hidden in the village? What was he referring to? I'm mystified by it myself. For the time being, though, let's focus on finding the golden apples, shall we? I say we follow our newest lead and head for that tower. Let's check the dead end from before, Luke. Well, that was chapter 8. What a shock! Who could have imagined that Don Paolo, self-proclaimed arch-enemy of the Professor, was posing as the inspector in an effort to steal the Reinhold fortune? The true Inspector Chelmey never set foot in St. Mystère and is probably at home in London enjoying tea and cakes right now. But thank you so much for watching. We are going to continue with chapter 9 in the next episode. I hope to see you then. Have a lovely day. Goodbye.